Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is my first actual video with my red hair and I love it so much. If you haven't watched the video about it, I actually showed you guys exactly how I go and how I do my hair because I do my hair myself. I do have a video on it, so be sure to go check that out. But today's video, we are going to be doing a Christmas look for you guys. And the red hair, very fitting for the theme. And I'm just going to show you guys a really cute, quick little Christmas eye look and full face glam. Whether it be you're going to a Christmas party, just lounging, wherever. This is going to be a very nice, very festive look for you. So let's go ahead and jump into the look, guys. I really hope you enjoy this. And yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so to go ahead and get this started, I did do my brows and prime my eyes off camera. So to do my brows, I use the same product that I usually do, which is going to be the Benefit Precisely My Brow in shade number 4. I am literally almost out of this, so I do need to get some more of it. And then I carved out my brows using the Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the shade Fairest. And then I primed my eyelid using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. And then to blend it and buff it out, I just used a Morphe 173 brush. So that's how I just kind of went ahead and got prepared to do the eye look. And also, if you guys want me to do an in-depth brow tutorial, I've been asked a lot to do it because people like how I do my brows. So if you want me to do an in-depth brow tutorial, leave that in the comment section down below. I'd love to do one for you guys because I do like my brows to be very, very structured and cleaned up. I don't really like mine being fluffy or anything. So now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and tape off the corner of the eyelid, and then we're going to get started. Now, I don't have to use the tape. You guys just know that it makes it so much easier when you do, and it makes cleaning it up a lot easier as well. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in just a little bit. I'm not going to zoom you in as close as I usually do because I have noticed that whenever I bend down or anything, you can't really see. So I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're zoomed in a little bit more to where you guys can actually see. I'm going to be using two different palettes to do this look. The first one that I'm going to be using is the Jawbreaker palette, and then the other one I'm going to be using is from an indie brand called JKO, and this is the Tropicana Palette. So first what I want to go into is I want to go into Jawbreaker, and I want to use the shade, I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Good Morning, which is this nude shade right here. And I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush, and then I'm going to go in with my brush from Farrah. I'm going to tap right into the shade Good Morning, and I'm going to focus this, I'm going to focus this shade just right up here so it makes the blending a little bit easier because I am going in with some more vibrant colors. So we're just going to start kind of up here and lightly buff it out. We're going to go ahead and do that right on the other side. So how was your guys' Thanksgiving? Did you guys have a great time? Did you get to see your family or anything? I know that I was at work because I work in retail. So I got to spend a little bit of time with my family in the morning. And then unfortunately I did have to leave. My family does live an hour or 2.5 hours actually away from me. So I had to leave pretty early so that way I can make it to work on time. But all in all, it was a really good Thanksgiving. I did get to see my family and my little nieces. And then I went to work, and I mean, what happened there happened. And I had a very, very packed weekend. I was highly busy at work. So, but let me know, how was your guys' Thanksgiving? Like, did you have a fun time? Are you ready for Christmas? Like, are you prepared for this? I know I have a work Christmas party for my husband in a little over a week, I think. So we're gonna go to that. And then I don't know if my work is doing a Christmas party or not. So, but what we're gonna go ahead and do, I'm trying to find like the right brush that I'm looking for, and I'm just clearly not having the easiest time finding anything. There it is. I actually have not really done my makeup in a couple of weeks. Like I've done it briefly, but I haven't like done my makeup. So yeah. We're gonna go ahead and, oh no, I just dug my nail right into that shade and it was so pretty. Shit. Okay. So I'm gonna go into the shade Licorice, which is gonna be this nice, bright and vibrant red. And we're gonna go into the Morphe M506 brush, which you guys know that I love using this brush for whenever I go in and do my crease or starting to blend it out. So I'm just gonna go in with the Morphe M506. I did pack a pretty decent amount of the color onto the brush. And we're gonna start this on the inner corner and we're gonna do it about to halfway. So first we're just gonna go in and we're going to press down the color because we want to have that initial line. And if we make a mess on the bottom, you guys know that's perfectly okay because we're gonna go in and clean it up. So I'm just gonna keep going and darkening up that shade until it's the way that I want it. And we're gonna do it just a little bit more because I do want it to be pretty vibrant in this inner corner. We're just gonna keep packing it and we're not gonna worry about blending it out right this second. Right now, all we're doing is just placing the color. That way, when we go in and blend it out, it makes it so much easier. But also, we're not losing any pigment starting out. And I think that this is a really nice, vibrant color. This is the first time that I've actually gone into this palette, and I really, really like it so far. Now, I know I've only used 2 shades, but I mean, sometimes when you know, you know. And now we've got a pretty good baseline made for it. So for that shade, we're just gonna leave that be right now. We're gonna put this brush aside because we are gonna go back into it. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to this palette. Now I do have a discount code with JKO, which I will put down in the description box below, as well as pop it up here on the screen. So if you don't have this palette, you can go into any palette that has a really nice green shade in it. It does come with the protective film over it. This is also the first time that I'm going into this palette. And I'm gonna go in actually with my other Morphe M506. And again, I'm just kind of making sure that I don't have any little pigment left on it. And now I want to go into this more dark green right here. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to pack it onto my brush. Get a pretty good amount on there. And now I'm going to start to pack it right here next to the red and just bring it out a little bit to where it touches the tape. So now I've got my initial line made there as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in using the same brush and I'm going to lightly start blending it upwards. The best way to do this where you're not taking any extra pigment is to kind of take the brush on its side where you're gonna have just a little bit of pigment that's left over on it and you're just going to start to blend this way. And then once you notice that that pigment's not really there anymore, you're just gonna go in with the tip of the brush and continue to blend it. So we've got that just like that. Now we're going in with the other Morphe M506 that has the Licorice pigment on it. And we're just going to do the exact same thing and blend it. And then we're going to meet in the middle and we're gonna go back and forth very carefully. We don't want it to look muddy, but we do want to make sure that we go in and get it blended. Alright, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take a makeup remover wipe. This is just going to be the OFRA Cleanse It Off wipes that I got from my OFRA mystery boxes. And I'm just going to take one and I'm going to go ahead and clean up my lid space. And then after that, I'm going to take my white concealer from ColourPop and I'm going to go ahead and carve out my lid. Little tip for all of my hooded eye friends, whenever you are carving out your crease, typically when you open your eyes, your lid space almost completely disappears. I have slightly hooded eyes, but I do still do this. So whenever you're carving it out, you're gonna go a little bit higher than your crease line. That way you're not closing up or losing any of the shadow or anything that you put down. So when I wiped it off, I did go a little bit higher than my crease line. So now since I've got it carved out, I'm gonna go ahead and take the No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 00. And I'm going to use a brush just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and carve out my lid. Okay, so now that I have my crease cut out, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the shade. Now that I have that carved out and done, I'm gonna go into another brush just like the one I used to carve out my lid. And I'm gonna go into the shade Snack from the Jawbreaker palette. And that looks, oh my god, what it is, whatever. That is the shade right here. And I am going to get my brush wet because I do want a more of a metallic look instead of just a shimmer shadow. So I'm going to be using my setting spray from LA Rose Beauty. Gonna go ahead and get the brush a little bit wet. And then I'm going to go right into the shade with my brush. And I'm going to coat it generously on both sides. And now we're just going to go ahead and start packing it on. Ooh, wow. That's really pretty. Now that we have the eyeshadow portion done, we're going to go ahead and do some liner. So for my liner today, I'm going to be using my Hank & Henry Slick With It in the shade Blickity Black. And I just want to do like a really nice but kind of small wing because I do want to be able to see the really pretty lid color that I have on. So I'm just going to go ahead and whenever I start with my liner, I start in the inner corner and draw a straight line, and then I kind of start out and draw a line from there. And the tip to doing your liner is stay as still as you possibly can. Try not to move your face at all. I also typically raise my brows up so that it tightens the skin here and it kind of tightens down here. That way I'm not like having any loose skin or anything like that, and it gives me a really nice straight line. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do my wing line going up, and I'm going to stop it probably about halfway up, and then we're going to fill in downwards. And then I try to give it a second before I even close my eyes because I don't want any of the wet liner to transfer. So I'm just gonna kind of fan dry it really quick. So now this side is all good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side off camera, and then we will come back, do the face and everything else for this look. All right, so I now have both of my eyes for the upper portion done. So now what I want to go ahead and do, I did already moisturize my face using my First Aid Beauty moisturizer. I did that after I got out of the shower, and I did exfoliate and everything else already. So now I'm going in with my Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner Primer, and I'm going to go ahead and put this primarily on the cheeks, on the sides of the nose, and then up in my forehead. Now when I do this, I just take a little bit and I like to squeeze it about that much onto my finger. Now this is tinted, but I've noticed that it doesn't make a difference or anything. And I just kind of tap it between my fingers and then just kind of take it, and I'll initially like put a little bit where I want it. And then from there, I just go in and kind of do a press and roll motion for it. And this stuff smells so good. Oh my God. I love the smell of this primer. And I like to just make sure that I'm like pushing it into the pores. And I have noticed that it does help to blur it a lot too. And it does fill my pores whenever I use this. And I really do like that. And then for my forehead, I kind of just like push it, but I do it in circular motions. And I mainly just focus it like right in this T-zone area. It's like that. Now, since I am about to do my foundation and everything, I am just gonna go ahead and take a little hair clip and clip my hair back so that way it's not in the way. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do foundation. So for foundation today, I'm using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate in the shade F3. Really love this foundation, and I love the fact that it has a pump versus the Conceal and Define Hydrate has a doe foot applicator. And while I do really like the doe foot, I think that the pump is a little bit more convenient and easy to use, and it's also going to be more sanitary as well. But I am going to go in with a beauty blender to start. I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 pumps, and then I'm just going to kind of press it where I need it to be. And now we're just going to go in and blend it out. And I do think that this foundation actually has pretty nice coverage on it. So now I've got my foundation on and I'm looking a little bit pale now, so I do need to go ahead and add a little bit of color. So how I'm gonna do this today is I'm gonna do something that I haven't actually done in a pretty hot minute. I'm gonna do a little bit of cream contouring. So to do that, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer. And this is gonna be in the shade Toast. This one is a little bit, I mean, it's quite dark for me. So I'm gonna go in really light-handed with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start up in the corners of my forehead. And now I'm gonna also do my concealer while I'm doing this. So for my concealer today, I'm using the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the shade Fairest. So I'm just gonna put this in all the normal places that I would put concealer. But I'm also going to put it kind of right underneath where I put the cream contour, just so it helps it blend out to be a little bit lighter than what it is now, because it is too dark for me. And then I am actually going to take a little bit of the cream contour and put it right underneath my lip, just to add a little bit of a darker shadow. And then I'm just going to take a beauty sponge. I don't remember where this one is from, but I got it in BoxyCharm. And I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. I'm gonna start with the concealer though, that way I'm not starting with the contour. And blending that out and making it spread everywhere. This also isn't my normal concealer. Like you guys know, I really love going in with either the e.l.f. concealer or the Juvia's Place, since I have that one now. But I figured I'd give this one a try. I actually was recommended this one by one of my best friends that lives in Virginia. This is her favorite concealer, so I figured I'd give it a try. It seems like it's blending out pretty easily, but it also doesn't really seem like it's covering too much. So now that I've got the concealer blended out, I'm gonna go ahead and do the contour starting up in my forehead. I've actually been really liking setting my face with a brush lately versus doing it with a sponge. Now I'm still gonna use a sponge for when I go in and carve out my cheekbones and everything, but to go ahead and just do the initial setting, I am gonna be using a fluffy brush today, and I'm using my normal setting powder. You guys know this is a tried and true, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. It's gonna be the Wet n Wild Photofocus Translucent Powder, and I've already got some in the cap because I was shaking it around earlier. So I'm just gonna kind of tap the brush. Oof. I'm just gonna kind of tap it on the brush and then just set my face. So for now, I'm going to just put my powder aside and we're gonna go ahead and bronze up the face. So I still have like all of my brushes everywhere and it's just a hot mess over here, guys. Whew. Okay. So for my bronzer today, I'm going in with my Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, and I'm gonna be going into the shade Angle and Princess Cut, which are gonna be these two shades right here. And I'm gonna go in with two different brushes actually. One for just kind of initially going in, and then one for a little bit more of a definition. So to go ahead and just do it to start, I'm going in with just my normal brush. I think this is from Firma 102. I'm not 100% sure. This is just my normal bronzer brush though. So I'm gonna go into the shade Angle, which is what I like going in with just to simply bronze the skin. And I'm gonna start up in my forehead area. And then how I like to do this so that way it doesn't patch is I go in with the side of the brush first and just kind of blend it out from there. And I just add more as necessary just to get a nice bronzy look going on. And then because my hair is red, I like to do it a little bit more bronze up on my forehead especially. But I like to go just a little bit more bronze just so that the vibrancy of my hair and the paleness of my skin don't clash with each other. So just gonna blend that out. So I've got my forehead lightly bronzed. Now I'm still going in with angle, and I'm just gonna start to do my cheekbones. How I like to do my cheekbones so I can get a little bit more definition is I kind of suck in my cheeks a little bit. And you can kind of see when you compare my cheeks, this one is definitely more defined than this one is currently. So now I'm just gonna go in and do this side. So I did bronze. Now I want to go in with a smaller brush, so I'm just gonna go in with this. And I actually did pick up these brushes with this handle at Dollar Tree just so I can kind of test them out. So far they're working pretty well. So now I'm gonna go into the shade Princess Cut, which is gonna be a little bit more of a cool tone shade. And I'm just gonna get it right on the tip of the brush, kind of tap off the excess. And now I'm just gonna kind of go right over top of angle. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go in with my normal nose contouring brush. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off because I know I do still have a little bit of bronzer left on that. And it's just this one from Real Techniques. And I'm gonna go into angle first very lightly and make sure that you're tapping off the extra because you definitely do not want way too much on your nose. And I'm just gonna go right on the side and very lightly define it. And now I'm gonna go in and blend that out. And now I'm gonna go very lightly into Princess Cut and go right over that. Like a mess right now, and that's okay. So now we're gonna go back in with the powder. That's the wrong sponge. We're gonna go back into our translucent powder, and I'm going in with the Morphe sponge because this one has a very sharp edge right here. So it makes it so much easier getting in and just cleaning everything up. So when I do this, I like to make sure that I have a pretty good amount tapped into my lid. So this is just enough for what I need. So I'm just gonna kind of shake it around, and first I only wanna get enough powder right here at the top, and I'm going to and now I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit more of it and put it all on the side of the sponge. And then we're gonna go ahead and carve out the cheekbones. So now that we look very silly right this second, we're gonna go ahead and do some blush. So for blush today, we are going to be going in with the OFRA X Madison Miller blush in the shade Sweet Stuff. And I'm going to be using my same blush brush that I always use. Just kind of tap right into it. And then because of my face shape, I start at the apples of my cheeks and lightly brush upwards. It's been like 5 minutes, so we're just gonna go ahead and dust off the bake. I like to start at my nose and just go downwards and do one side of my face and then move on to the other side. Now, I do have dry skin, like you guys know. However, baking actually does not really dry my skin out anymore. Really easy and good tip for that is use a phenomenal moisturizer. Like I've told you guys 10,000 times, I think so. The First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream is like hands down my all-time favorite moisturizer. I put that stuff on and like, no joke, my skin is completely nourished and moisturized for probably like 3 days. Even like going all day long at work and everything, my skin feels amazing. Even if it's like really, really hot, or right now it's freezing, so the air is pretty dry. And my skin feels great all day long while I'm at work. I have absolutely no problem. and I don't really experience any type of issues with dry, cracked skin whenever I use that moisturizer. I have noticed that whenever I use other moisturizers, I do tend to get really dry and cracked skin pretty easily, but luckily enough with the First Aid Beauty one, I don't have that problem. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and finish up my eyes. So I'm going to do the under eye really quick. How I think I want to do my under eyes is, so what I want to do is first I want to go in with, there you go, my ColourPop liquid liner in the shade Try Me, and I'm going to put this right on that lower lash waterline. And I'm going to be very, very careful with it because this is going to be a liquid liner and I don't want it to smear anything else. So I'm going very closely to my waterline. I'm gonna go ahead and take my mirror and I'll zoom you guys in a little bit as well. And hopefully this is not a mistake, but I'm gonna be very careful. Going back into the Jawbreaker palette, and I'm going to go back into the shade Licorice right there, which is the red shade, and I'm going to take a smudger brush like this. So what I was saying is I just kind of like lightly press on it enough to be able to get in there and actually get my lower lash line, but I just took the green shade and blended it right underneath. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and then I'm going to apply some mascara. So quickly just going to, and I've been curling my lashes randomly like throughout the whole video too, so it's been making it a lot easier on me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara. Now for my mascara today, I am testing out a new one. I'm using, or it's new to me, but I'm using the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara. This is just the mini size. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this and do my upper and lower lashes really quick, and then I'm gonna put on some mascara, or I'm gonna put on some lashes. I can't think today. So far I actually really like this mascara. It doesn't clump up or anything, and it's actually making my lashes look pretty nice. Now I do also curl my lashes after I have mascara on them, just because I feel like it makes them hold a little bit better. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash mascara. I'm gonna give those just a second to dry, and then we're gonna come back and do lashes. Well, actually I'm gonna do lashes off camera. So just so you guys can see, I'm using the style Sunflower by Nature Lashes. These little pieces right here I just cut off from the end so that way the lashes fit me, but also for if I wanted to use them to do like a lower lash accent or anything like that, I had them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply these lashes off camera, and I will be right back and we will finish up this look. All right guys, so I just literally spent like 15 minutes trying to put these lashes on, not because of my own struggle, but literally because the lash glue that I used would not dry. And then every time I went to go put my lashes on, because it didn't dry, they aren't staying down. So like, I'm kind of irritated about that. And it's messing up because like you can see here. You can see like right here, it's not sticking down. It literally is peeling up the whole time. So like I'm trying to like put it down and like make it stay in place, but like good God. The only reason I even use this lash glue today is because I cannot find my normal lash glue, and I'm kind of irritated about that because I also can't find my brow gel, which is super annoying because they were both on my desk the last time I saw them. But anyways, so what we're gonna go ahead and do now is we're going to highlight the face. Now for my highlighter today, I am going to be using the Anastasia Aurora palette, which is this one right here. And then these are the shades inside. So I know for a fact I'm gonna be using the shade Luna for my cheekbones. I think I might take a little bit of Eclipse and put it over that. And then I'm also gonna go in with Luna for my inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. So I'm gonna just use I'm gonna go in with this brush. It's from the new Morphe brush collection. I don't know what it's called now though, because I can't find the paper for it. But I'm just gonna go into this one, and I'm gonna go right here into the shade Luna and just tap it on there. And then I don't know if I'm gonna need to use some setting spray for this or not. So I am gonna have to use a little bit of setting spray, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it even on the side first. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my setting spray and I'm gonna spray the tip of the brush. And I'm gonna go back into Luna. Before I actually go in and highlight the rest of my face, I am gonna take just a little bit of it and put it right here on the tip of my nose. And then I'm gonna go down the bridge as well because it's a tinier brush. Now, as you guys know, I do like to set my face first. That way it's got a nice wet base for when I do my highlight. So, and I'm going to go in with my normal highlighting brush, which is from Luxie. It's the 660. This is actually a foundation brush, but I really like it for highlight. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take Luna. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. I'm gonna take the shade Eclipse and I'm gonna go right over, just right here. So I'm actually gonna go into the shade Unicorn Blood by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I'm using the lip liner and the mini liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips really quick, but I did wipe off my plumper as well, so I'm gonna reapply that and then put on the lipstick. Okay, so now I've got Unicorn Blood lip liner on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the lipstick on, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of space in the center to go in with Checkmate just for a brighter inner. Also, is it just me or does this lipstick smell like root beer? Because I think it smells a lot like root beer. That's much better. And now I'm just gonna take just a tiny little bit of Checkmate and put it right in the center. It looks so much more vibrant on camera than it does in person because like this lipstick's not actually as vibrant as it looks over there as it is over here. All right guys, so this is gonna be the finished simple Christmas look. Like I said, you can usually, I mean like you can wear this anywhere. So like if you wanted to wear it to work, to lounge around the house, go to a Christmas party, whatever the case may be, have at it, girl. I mean like, it's fun, it's creative, it's colorful, it's vibrant, it's amazing. I actually have a work Christmas party for my husband next week, and I'm gonna be doing a soft glam look because my dress is really overpowering, because I have like a really pretty red velvet dress that I'm gonna be wearing, which I'm actually gonna do a video on the look that I'm gonna do for his work Christmas party. So you guys will be able to see that, as well as like how I'm gonna do my hair and my outfit and everything else. And I'm gonna get that uploaded not on the day of his work Christmas party, but it'll be uploaded my next filming or my next upload day, which would be Tuesday. So you guys will be able to see like how I did my hair, my makeup, getting ready and everything for that. So I really hope that you guys like this. I actually really love how this turned out. This highlight is gorgeous. Like, that's so pretty. And I love the lip combo as well. The eyeshadows blended really nicely together. I think everything just all in all went really well. For trying out that mascara for the first time, it was great. The only thing that I honestly struggled with is this lash glue, which is making my lashes not stay down, which is really upsetting me, but it's okay. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this look. If you like me doing the tutorial style videos more, let me know and I can make that a thing instead of only doing like the reviews, because I really do enjoy doing these for you guys. Also, if there's anything that you want to see, any specific videos, anything at all, just let me know. Leave it down in the comment section below. Don't forget guys, also go enter my giveaway. Like, it's almost done. I'm pretty close to being at the end goal. It's taken a little bit longer, but that's okay because I want authentic followers and I want people who want to follow me because they want to follow me. So I love you guys so much. I really do appreciate everything that you guys do and all of your constant love and support. I hope that you guys really enjoy my videos. Like, This was really fun to do, and I like being able to show you guys my hair as well. Don't forget to go check out the video on how I did my hair. I did do it about a week and a half ago. So it's still really nice and really vibrant color, and I love it. So have a great day, guys. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.